ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream, and welcome to a bit of a mistake from me because I've just realised you can't see my feet, and my feet are the best part of the stream, so let me fix that out, let me fix that and I will be back with you in a moment. And there we go, there are my glorious feet with foot cam, because rising to have a bunch of random people staring at my feet for an hour. Welcome to tonight's racing, thank you for joining me. I am your host, Chris Panic at the Tesco. Long story about the name, don't ask. Welcome to my channel if you're a first-time viewer. I hope you are going to enjoy some racing tonight. There is no motorsports on TV on a Wednesday night, so I'm the best you've got. And we are here tonight racing Superformula cars. What are they? They are knockoff versions of Formula One cars. They are famous for racing in Japan, where they are the fastest form of motorsport in Japan. But we're not in Japan tonight. I'm in my living room in Stratford-on-Avon, and I have just finished my men walking and talking walk tonight, courtesy of Stratford Men Walking and Talking, giving them a shout out. They are down the pub right now, having a post-walk beer. I'm having a post-walk race in a Formula car. Different walks of life, eh? Everyone to their own. But a shout out to the group for cheering me on and the support. Thank you, I really appreciate it. We are getting ready to start tonight's action. We are qualifying at 8:05. In fact, I'm just going to return back to... Oh, it says leave the pits if ready, so I'm going to leave the pits. But I'm just going to leave this on pause because... yeah, before every stream I do my social media round, which is where I basically just share out the link to the video to as many people as possible to try and gather a crowd, because what's more humiliating than losing a race is losing a race when all your friends are watching. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that everybody watches me lose, and I don't think I am going to win tonight. I think I've got my work cut out for me tonight. I don't like the track. The car setup isn't really how I want it to be. Thank you to our first viewer, you're just in time because we are going qualifying in 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and we are going to be going any second now. I'm probably not going to leave the pit lane on time here because I'm still sending this video link out to whoever will watch. So I'm just going to mash the accelerator as I send this video link to everyone that I know. Let's try and go for a record audience tonight. By the way, I just want to say thank you to everyone who watched the last video. The last video was my most watched video in a long time, and actually I've just left the pits with the wrong tyres on the car, and everyone in the chat right now will be either thinking I'm extremely cocky or laughing at me. Yes, we need the qualifying tyres, the softs. These are the grippiest tyres. Doesn't do myself any favours going out of the pit lane last. It means now that I'm going to have to qualify with a bit of traffic up the road from me. But our main competitor from last week is back. PM10 Racing is rapid. What a guy. I don't think I can beat him, and I'm not here to beat him. I'm here to have fun. Just going to get a feel for how the car handles on the outlap. I'm going to obviously try and just push it as much as I can around some of these corners. And maybe later on in the stream, I'll just show you what the car looks like, because you don't tend to get to see the car from on board here. This is the camera on the nose of the car. In fact, let's do that now. So this is sort of a preview-ish of what the car looks like. Here you go. But that's all I can really show you whilst I'm trying to drive the thing. Quite difficult. And we're going to get ready for our first qualifying lap. It's a short lap here. It is Sao Paulo, Brazil. Most of the tracks, I think all of the tracks we have this season, are all real-life Formula One tracks. That is the theme of the championship. So, going to get my eye in now. I'm braking at the end of the concrete barrier on the right down here. just there. And I'm a bit late on the brakes actually, but getting it squared off. And where I've been struggling with the car is those curbs there. I lose all of the aero on the front of the car and it oversteers. Got to get my eye in now, braking just after the 50. Short shift into fourth, get on the power on that curb there. That actually looked all right. And then just a lift and ride round on that curb. Take as much curb as you dare on the inside. Then it's about balancing the throttle and the brake. Just watch the foot camera as I go through there. Some footwork coming into it. Just easing off the brake, get the front end to slide in. And there's a horrible kick on the outside of that corner which will kick the back end round. And then I hate this corner. It's a sweep and you've got to carry as much speed as you can through there. By the way, you'll notice I'm not using the overtake down at the bottom right. There was a rule added last minute, last race, that we're not allowed to use overtake in qualifying. It's very naughty, don't do it. There we go, that is the fastest lap, but it won't stand, I'm sure. And I can go faster. This time I've hooked up that first apex short shift, and short shift again. I just cannot carry more speed through there. It really should be flat, but the front end of the car is so light through there. I could change the car setup to try and deal with that. And I'm actually 36 thousandths slower than my personal best through there, which is surprising because I thought I got the braking much better. Pushing it much harder this time. Down the gears like rapid there. I'm going to get held up behind this guy. I've got aero wash coming off the car in front. This is slowing me down. Yeah, I'm in the dirty air of the car in front. Nowhere near as much grip there. It's probably going to be a slow sector. Actually not bad, I'm going to keep going. I don't know, I don't think I'm in the toe of that guy. If I am, this will be really good for lap time. And I'm actually faster than PNM10. That's a surprise. I like to be giving him a fight tonight. Come on, give me a toe. Yes! Got a toe. This lap's going to be compromised. I'm going to get a lovely toe down this back straight. Yeah, I am. But he could get in my way on the lap. Yeah, PNM10 can certainly beat me. Yeah, having to really ease off there. And no grip on the front end there. I'm just in the wake of the car in front, and PNM10 has gone faster. I can probably beat that time if I get a really good lap together though. There was room for improvement in that first sector for sure. But now, let's just go back to the pits because the tyres have worn out a little bit as well. So let's take stock of the situation. So we've got 6/10 over PY in third. But we're 2/10 off PM10, and just to bear in mind, I don't think I can beat PM10. He's just too fast. So I'm quite relieved that the gap is only 2/10. Actually, that's not bad going. We've got someone making their own route up there. He's got lost. That was actually PY. And I didn't realise that the tyres can wear in qualifying because that's not normal for this league. So I'm just maybe not going to chew them up as much. Now I might take a risk here though and follow old man Chaps down the start straight and try and pass him in turn one. That is risky. Yeah, this is not going to pay off this gamble. I've not got the top speed he has. I think he's taken all the aero off the car. Oh, I didn't realise he was going to turn in. I thought he'd bailed out. I'm sorry, mate. I thought you'd bailed out because he didn't turn across. Sorry about that. I will message afterwards. Make sure he's okay. It is a purple first sector with the help of a massive tow, but I am sorry to him. I thought he wasn't going to turn into the corner there because of how late he was. So I'm just concentrating here. And I don't think this has been an improvement. I think I'm slower than my best. It is an improvement, but it's not enough. And I've gone to mow the lawn. I want to join when it's safe to do so. I'm just watching that there's a car there. This is going to be really slow across the start straight, so I don't think this lap's going to do much. I'm good, sort of 10 miles an hour slower down the start straight here. No. So we've really just got one more chance to beat PM10. But at least we've got a clean track in front of us. Yeah, this is going to be an awful first sector. It's actually not bad, only 0.2 down off my personal best. I'm thinking maybe some heroics in the middle sector could make this a good lap. Let's try it. So very close to my personal best there, and actually, I mean, it's not like me to normally go this quiet, but the concentration levels. Oh, PM10 putting in a fantastic lap. I've never gone below a 1:15, so yeah. I don't think this is a great first sector, and I can see that I am catching traffic as well. It's a problem with this track, getting clean air. .52 hundredths faster than my personal best, so a decent start to the lap. I'm catching this guy though. Rufus. He's every right to not let me through. Well, he's got no right to block me now. Come on, Rufus, out of the way, please. And I've binned it anyway. I was a bit distracted there, but we've still got second so far, unless P. White improves. But second's right next to first, and PM10 is the better driver. So who was it that I went up it was Old Man Chaps, wasn't it? I'm just going to message him. Oh, I can't message him, it won't let me. I will just say sorry to him afterwards then. I was just surprised how early he braked and how sort of late he turned in. I thought honestly he'd moved out of the way, that he was letting me through. It's a shame because it gave me a hell of a slipstream, and I crossed the line there at 180. I normally cross at 173, and you know, it's a Tesco saying, isn't it? Every little helps. Oh, it would have helped. But a nice gap back to third. I've just noticed the difficult guy from last time, which was what was his name? I was going to call him JLR, RFS or something, wasn't it? It was 3 letters. The guy who came third last time, he's not here. So I might be under a bit less pressure in that respect. Anyway, let's try and crack some jokes and things like that. Let's try and ramp up that user engagement, because it's very difficult to talk nonsense for a full hour, but that's what I've got to do whilst driving around at high speeds. So a bit about the race tonight. We have got 50 minutes of racing. Things to watch out for in this race. We've got to use all 3 of the tyre compounds. There's a hard, a medium and a soft. The hard tyre is super slow. It's made out of some form of concrete. The soft tyre is made out of some kind of cheese. And the medium is the sort of perfect porridge. So I'm going to be on perfect porridge all of the way round, if I can. Well, the idea is to try and take the medium tyre as far as I can by watching how much fuel I'm using throughout the race. The medium tyre will last for a lot of laps, and then that will minimise the number of laps I have to do on the hard tyre. That's the plan. But we'll see how many laps it is before I stuff it into a barrier. I had a few accidents there, didn't I? But I was, by the way, bonsaiing that. I was driving the nuts off it. Quote. Let's just get a screenshot of the top 8, because that helps other social media posters with the result and the screenshot and everything. It's just to help other people out. And, oh, yes, I owe that apology to Mr. Chaps. How do I... is there a chat button on here? There's got to be. View event settings. Oh, it's there. It's literally that big thing there that looks like a chat. Old man Chaps. Sorry. Thought. It's hard to type. Sorry, thought. How do you type on this thing? Type. How thought you bailed. B-A-I-L-E-D. I need a keyboard. Oh, sorry, though you bailed. Put a T on the end of it. Put a T in the right place. There we go. Yeah, I did. I thought. You can sort of see my reaction on the stream there. I didn't mean to barge him out of the way into turn 1. I just honestly thought that he was quite wide and that he wasn't going to continue, or that he was sort of letting me through. Interesting, some liveries here, by the way. So this is 1998, and we've got the BAR, which looks like 2 different cars from 2 different sides. The one behind me from P. White. We've got some other interesting liveries. Oh, we're returning to practice. The race has been cancelled. What's up with that, I wonder? That could be because we're adding someone or someone's getting demoted. I hope it's not me. Oh, YT has left the room. I've just noticed on the left. Maybe he's had a disconnect. So we've maybe just got to let him back on the grid. Yes, there was 12 of us. Now there's 11. We did have a full lobby tonight of 16, but I don't know where the other 4 have gone. It was RJS was the guy's name. He was the other one. But we're letting YT in the room. There we go. I wonder what car he's got. Oh, he's got... is that a Minardi? It's black, so might be. We've got... let's go through some of the cars then. Down at the back, we've ironically got some of the back cars at the back. We've got the Minardi in last, the Tyrrell. Right, we're resetting everything, it looks like. And that spells danger for me. Okay, the car is still correctly set up. Let me check that it's still set. So that was 1340, wasn't it? I think. And that was 1690? No, 1710, wasn't it? You know what, I'm going to go 1720. Don't mess with the formula right at the last minute, but... Yeah. Yeah, it's reset the setup. I'm not gonna. I was gonna message him just to say remember to reset your setup, because me and PM10 have a custom car setup for this. I've not put much effort into mine. All you're allowed to change is the wings. You're allowed to put more or less front or rear wing. I'm not real, despite being an aerodynamicist in real life, I'm not actually very good at setting wing levels on cars. It's not something that I'm very good at. And hopefully, I'm just going to walk away. I'm going to run to the start of the race. No, I'm getting a drink from the fridge, because I think I've got time. Think. I think I've got time. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I have. Thank God for that. Because I've only got a can of pop next to me, and it's a 50-minute race. And trust me, when you talk as much as I do, you use a lot of saliva. So that's why tonight's Saliva in a Can is sponsored by Twinings Boost. Zingy lemon with ginger and lemon balm. It's got lemon in there twice, lemon and lemon balm. Sounds like someone's put some lipstick in the can. Lemon balm. It is what it is. So that's drink number 2, and drink number 1 is Fanta Pineapple, imported from America. Actually, you know what? I can put it on. Look, I can put it on camera. Look at that, Fanta. Yep. Yeah, we used to do drink of the race in the past, and I used to sort of talk about it in the pit stops. I haven't done that for a while, so there we go. That's drink of the race. We've got Fanta and Twinings. Hopefully, it'll be enough. And one interesting thing is that we've got slightly different weather because we've reset the room. So you'll notice that actually we've still got a tailwind down the back straight, but we now have a bit of overcast sky. Another fun fact about Gran Turismo, for those who don't play it or have never seen it, is that rain doesn't actually exist in Brazil. It's a bit of an inaccuracy because, in the real world, there's actually quite a lot of rain in Brazil, but not here. We're not going to have a repeat of the, was it 2000 and, what was the really controversial year, 2007 or 2008? I forget. I should know as a Formula One fan. As a Lewis Hamilton fan, I should remember the year that he got his win on the last lap, didn't I? I swear it was 2008, wasn't it? Anyway, we're not going to have a repeat of the Formula One where the lead changes on the final corner of the final lap due to a heavy rainstorm, because there isn't rain, according to Gran Turismo, in Brazil. And we've got someone out on track, which is a bit naughty. It is Mr. Dan. Or is it D and 4N, or is it Dand 4N, or is it Dan? Let's debate in the comments what his name is. I think we're going. I think I've had to make enough small talk. I think this is it. We've got a grid start. But there's no jump start as far as I'm aware, so I can basically just floor the accelerator and go. Yeah, no jump start. And straight into the lead, although I'm under attack because I made a bit of a hash of turn 1, and I think we've got a safety car. We have got a safety car. Yeah, not everyone's got the message. I'm going to have to deal with the safety car situation, so oh, crap. Yeah, I think we've got a safety car, but Steele hasn't got the message. Yeah, we're going to restart. Restart. Yeah, this is a slight problem that I have with this because I'm not in the chat. Yeah, So we're restarting the race. This hasn't happened to me in a long time, actually. Someone, I think, must have had a big crash in turn 1, so we've declared a missed start. This means that I have to go and set the car up again, I think. Yeah. So we're on 13... I still can't remember the number. But I'd rather have too little front wing than too much. Something like that. Oh, I think I'm going to have to reset it again anyway. Yes. God damn it. Stop making me type different numbers for my wings every time. I can't remember the numbers. I'm gonna watch the replay afterwards and just take note that the number is different every time I've typed it. Every time I put it in here. Let's definitely have a different number. I don't know. I mean, it could make the car understeer. But I'd rather have understeer than oversteer. This car's got a very snappy front end. Right, what I'm going to just do, I'm just going to say how I handle safety cars so that these guys... oops, I didn't want to type sorry. Slow to type. Very painful to watch. So want underscores. Oh, I want underscores. Give me underscores. E, and then I'm going to say is there is a chat room that you are supposed to be in where you can talk to the other drivers during the race, but because of the way the PlayStation handles audio inputs, the only way that I could join that whilst on stream would be if everyone was to listen to my stream whilst I'm driving around, and that is just going to annoy everyone, that they're trying to get on with the race but they have to listen to me throughout the race. Which just means that I can't take part in this chat. It's a bit of a problem. But it is what it is, unfortunately. It's a shame because I obviously got a good start there, and I was looking forward to leading through the first lap. But anyway, we'll hopefully get the race underway with just a bit of a delay. Thanks for being patient. Leave pits if ready. Oh, I don't like that idea because... But anyway, this also tells me what tyres everyone's on. I now know that PM10 is on mediums. That's good to know. I mean, he might just now go and change them really quick. But anyway, I've lost my train of thought. It's a shame I got a good start there, and I think for the second time, PM10 has been sort of caught napping, really. And it'd be nice if he was caught napping during the actual race. What am I saying? I'm not sure what I'm saying. He's gone off! He's crashed! He's crashed on the outlap on the way to the grid. Drama. Right, let's see if this goes to plan. Yeah, so PM10 had bad starts again, but I'm hoping that he just continues to have bad starts. That he doesn't go... Oh, false starts will be... Ah! Well, I got the better start anyway, and this time I earned it. A bit of argy-bargy there. I don't... well, it's very graceful of him to give me the place, but I'm going to be under attack now. We're not allowed to use boost on the first lap. And, yep, I have to concede it. Nothing I could do. He was just better than me through turn 1. And I'm getting a lot of aero wash there. That was really difficult to follow him through there. And I'm short shifting already because I want to take these tyres as far as I can, and it's fuel limited. And I'm sorry now if he just disappears off into the lead. He's just so much faster than me. Yeah, no fuel, no boost on the first lap. I'd like to just sort of close him up, but I can't. I was wondering if he'd got the message about the rules, because I don't think PM10 was in the chat last time. So let's see what we can do about him. He's pulling away ever so marginally in the first sector. I'm not using all of the fuel I've got though. God, the aero wash. So what do I mean by that? The dirty air coming off his car is really, really pronounced. I can definitely feel it on mine. But I am sorry if this is going to be 50 minutes of just watching me slip further into second place. I'm going to try and do everything I can to catch him up. It's nice that I got a better start than him, but then he just positioned his car into turn 1 way better than me. I was too close to the inside. And yeah, he's pulled half a second on me on this lap. But I've pulled a gap on Peter, who's behind, and P. White's had a bit of a backwards start. I think PM10 can basically relax this race. And that front end's very, very unbalanced in that left kink there. I don't know if you saw on the foot camera, I was having to get out of the accelerator. So I just want to try and avoid him getting too far ahead though. I mean, if he's seconds and seconds ahead, then it doesn't matter what he does on strategy. That was nice, that worked well. Car feeling good here. Yeah, the car's coming to me now that I'm out of his dirty air. Hello viewers. And hello to Stratford Men Walking and Talking, who are probably back from the pub right now. Sorry, it took us a while to get underway. But we are underway now, and no safety cars or restarts from now on. We've got a nice gap back to third place. We're in a comfort zone here. And I'm again having to short shift into fourth there, and that's what's costing me all of the momentum down this straight. Yeah, just I haven't got the confidence in the car because of the curbs. And it's the car setup that's doing it. So I've had to back off the amount of front wing angle quite significantly just to make the car stable. And then it really starts to hurt you in these corners, these tight ones. I hate that corner with the big camber change on the exit. Whoa. I want a slow motion replay there. I had to gather the car up there. It snapped. The back end snapped. It's going to cost me down this straight. Now's the sort of time though where I really need to start talking, maybe, I don't know, about my life story or something, or thinking of some interesting things to talk about, because unfortunately we have now got 40 odd minutes of me doing this with no one to race. I got that better. That was I just felt like the car was going to make it that time. 2.3 seconds the gap. He's not romping away, but he's probably taking it easy at this stage. He's probably like, okay, I don't need to go fast to beat this guy. Oh, bit of a snap there. Not too bad on costing me lap time though, because there's a short distance between those corners. And we're just building that gap quite steadily now against the guy in third. Missed that apex, I'm not able to get on the power as early that time. I'm just losing pockets of time here and there. I mean, look at this, I'm 4/10 down on this lap. I mean, I have actually gained on him very slightly this lap. But yeah, sector time's not looking too rosy. Oh, that time I really tried to take that a lot faster, and I'm a bit worried actually. My steering wheel has switched over to the power screen. Oh yeah, we've got a buggy wheel. Lost gears. Yeah, I lost gear shifts very briefly there. And it's gone into its own mind. I'm fighting the wheel now as well as the car. Oh, the wheel's disconnected. It's doing its own thing. Yep, the wheels just got a mind of its own. Let's just try and hold on. That cost me 4 seconds dealing with that. And I've lost gears again. I'm just going to try and reset it. So some drama, I'm back. So it was never going to be my race anyway, because, you know, I can't afford a new wheel at the moment. They're about £1,000, and I just need to focus on spending on other things. And this wheel does do this sometimes. I usually fix it before the race. So it might be a bit better now. But now, obviously, I'm 11.9 seconds behind. Let's see if I can just make that gap go down. It is such a shame, but at the same time, it's not cost me a place. I'm still in second, and it's just made the live stream a bit more interesting, hasn't it, you know? I mean, how many people can say they've come second in a race where their steering wheel literally fell off? I've lost a bit of rhythm. Getting back into the rhythm now, though. Start building that gap again. .7 seconds the gap. It's actually come down. I've got 7 laps of fuel on board. I think what's doing it is, this is quite a bumpy circuit and my steering wheel is bouncing up and down on its stand, and that jolts the electronics loose. It's an electronic failure that I had. It's basically the steering wheel boss isn't as tight as it ought to be. Oh, PY on the hard tyres. Got to watch out. I could actually be racing PY here then. Interesting strategy to take the hard tyres first. I'm just changing my brakes because I want my brakes to be on 3 rearwards. It just helps with getting the front end of the car in slightly. The GT car I drive on Sundays, I have that on 5 brake bias to the rear. It just makes the back turn in a bit better. But this car's a bit more positive on the front, so just 3's enough. It's probably too much actually, but it's just how I like to drive it. And yeah, my steering wheel's making angry jolting movements at me. It's like it's picking up bumps in the road that it probably shouldn't. It feels like the whole thing's loose, but we've managed to recover 3 seconds against Bain in 3rd place. We have lost a second or so against PM10, but that's perfect. That is as good as I've taken that all race. Continuing to save fuel, sip it in. Oh, that's a rare mistake. Back it out, back it out, back it out. Get it going. That was random. Well, that was on me, that wasn't the steering wheel. That was a rare mistake. Now, thankfully, we don't race with permanent damage here. We race with temporary damage, as far as I'm told. And I've managed to keep on to 2nd, but now PM10 can basically, at this stage, he can basically just go make himself a cup of tea. Yeah, the car's repaired itself, that's good. That was entirely on me, that. Cost me 7 seconds. It's a shame that lap was going really well as well. Well, now I just need to make sure that doesn't happen again. That is the first time I've crashed on stream for a very long time, but thankfully managed to sort of gather the car up. And it's a shame because I'd nailed the start of the lap. The start of the lap was looking great. So it was here, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't know why it did it. Oh, the front tyres have worn a bit. Although they don't look too bad on the image down the bottom of the screen. I'm going to keep pushing. I mean, even though I'm a lot faster than this guy in 3rd, I could be racing people that I don't know about. There could be people on all sorts of strategies here. The steering wheel's kind of settled down a little bit. And Peter has only managed to make his fuel last until lap 12. I've got until lap 16. And this is where the car starts to come alive, and now that the fuel's quite low. I'm not taking that corner as fast as the car will actually allow me, by the way, because that corner, you drag the outside wheel all the way around that, and it will scrub all of the rubber off that outside tyre. You'll be amazed how fast the tyres will wear if you do that. I haven't used the boost, that's for a reason. I'll tell you later in the race. But yeah, I have got plans for the boost. And Vane has actually held on to me a bit better than in previous laps. I'm almost matching my best lap here. So I've regained some consistency after the self-inflicted doom and also the steering wheel inflicted doom. I knew I was in trouble as soon as I started seeing the steering wheel sort of flick between the menus of its own accord. You won't have noticed it on stream that the menus were changing on screen without me pressing anything. From your perspective, you'll be like, why is he going through the menus? I'm not. It's doing it itself. And the most distracting one is when the gear shifts don't work. It's very rare that the gear shifts stop working. That's the worst form of the sort of failure of the wheel. But anyway, so I'm going to have to save up some money and get a new wheel at some point, because, you know, imagine if that happened in a race that is like a championship race. This is just a race for fun for me. I'm here just to have a good time. By the way, PM10 seems to be fuel saving as well. That is a hell of a lap time, 1:15.5. Jesus. But it is the lonely race that I feared it would be. I'm just racing against PM10's number. The thing is, I'm driving the car as fast as I feel like I can, and afterwards I'll be watching his laps and just learning what I could have done differently. Although, one thing that I don't like is that we're allowed to change the car setup, and I mean, it's only the wings, but it makes a big difference to how the car handles, and I'd like to just sort of know what I could do if I had exactly the same setup as him. I don't know, my setup might actually be faster and I'm just a slower driver, who knows. But it'll be annoying if I see him doing like crazy things in the middle sector. Okay, I've got 2 laps of overcut on him, I think. Oh no, just 1 lap. We can use the fuel on this lap though. And let's use a bit of overtake. So this is what the car can really do. And look how much he scrubbed that front left. That front left now is hurting because of what I've just done through that corner. But it's hammer time. I'm not going to gain 20 seconds on the guy, obviously. In fact, it's not even going to be a personal best lap. Obviously, I've got to pit now. Pitty, 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 pit, pit, pit. And we're going to go on to the soft tyres. These are the fastest tyres, but I am going to have to manage them quite a lot to make them go as far as I want them to go. I'm going to try and get them to lap 27. So, what's that in terms of laps? That's I'm going to put in 10 laps of fuel, I think. Not going to put a full tank. 8, 9, 10. I'm going to put 11 just to be safe. And I don't know what this has done to the gap to PM10, but you know what I should have done whilst I was in the pits? I should have done another reset on the wheel. I'll do it on the next pit stop. Yeah. Had to be careful there. I ran over the serrated part of the curb. I've actually gained 3 seconds on him. But I can't push flat out around this corner here because it just kills that front left. Should see the lap times come down a bit now because I'm not having to fuel save and I'm on the fastest tyres. This will be the phase of the race where the fastest outright laps are going to be set. Plan to use the boost is now. And I'm just going to use it between 5th and 6th gear because it just gives the engine a push up this hill. It's worth the most lap time from what I can tell. And again, up into 6th gear on the boost. And again, but this time just into 5th because we've got a shorter run. I'm not going to go flat out around here, can't. That'll do. Guessing where he's faster than me will be getting the power down out of these exits because I am very tentative on here. I'm not using traction control, by the way. I don't agree with it. That was a poor exit, but actually on for fastest lap here, so I don't think it's going to be fastest lap because I had a poor exit, but let's just see. Yeah, it's by 9 thousandths. We've got a layer of fog, but only in that turn 2. It's just foggy in one particular corner. And I'm a 10th down on that fastest lap this time round. Yeah, I don't like the middle of this middle sector of this track. Corners are really awkward in these cars. You lose all your downforce at low speed. That was a better exit. Let's just see now. I should have really been taking the shortest route to the line because it adds about 1/10 of a second. That'll do though. And that just shows you what I could have done in qualifying. That would have been matching PM10 in qualifying. That would have made me and him, oh mind you, the reason why is because I've got boost, of course. We're not allowed boost in qualifying. But yeah, the plan is to use the boost on this stint. That was beautiful. I'm slightly bogged down on the exit there. And I was too aggressive turning across the curb. Hey, I'm catching him. I am catching him. I'm using all of my overtake. He could be on the hard tyres. I wasn't actually looking what tyres he's on. But yeah, let's just stick to the plan. The sky's gone very dark. But we're revving it out this time. And just taking it easy through that right-hander. I managed to get second gear that time. I got the car sweeping across a bit better. And a decent exit. This is decent. This is not bad. I might use the boost. Yeah, let's go for it. That's the risk, is you don't want to keep putting steering on when you've got half your car on the curbs, because you're going to have a crash. Very fast lap there. I'm taking as much risks as I can here. I'm going to try and go for it here. I'm going to use more of my boost. This is what I did in the last race though, was get obsessed with fastest lap. But there are points for it, as far as I'm aware. We're going to start getting traffic. Got a lapped car up in front. Let's do it. Let's try and seal that fastest lap. Keep the distance minimum to the line this time. I'm not using the overtake all the way down because there's not really much point. Yes! But now I've got no boost left. But you gotta have some fun. You've gotta have some fun. You've gotta show what you could have done. So we've got a back marker up in front. Obviously now the annoying thing is that I don't have the boost to get past the back markers. It's a bit stupid of me. And I saw a flashing light on the back of his car. Yeah, he's trying to race me. He's actually deploying his boost, and I take a dim view of that. Yeah. Just gathering my thoughts. I could swear that he's been shown 5 black flags by now, blue flags by now. You are holding me up now, mate. Have some. Have a piece of that, my friend. Yeah, it's cost me 1.6 seconds. I mean, it's cost him PM Racing as well, and it basically ruined his race last time. He would have beaten me quite comfortably if it wasn't for people getting in his way last time. Yeah, he's got the gap up to 13 seconds now. But maybe this has also secured my fastest lap, because his tyres will be dead by now. So I've got 3 more laps to go. I've maybe underdone it on this. I should have taken these softs further. Mind you, I wasn't being held up by anyone there, and I was 7/10 down. So I think it could also just be a lack of boost, and also just the tyres starting to lose their way a bit. Now, I don't know who the guy is in front, but someone told me in Japan that the Jordan, the yellow Jordan, was particularly hard to overtake when coming through and lapping. I'll be the judge of that. You definitely don't want to get in my way, my friend. Nah, I'm just talking nonsense. But yeah, it wasn't really the lapped traffic then that was making me slow. It was just the fact that the tyres are gone and I'm not boosting no more. .16.5. Okay. I'm not really gaining on this Jordan in front, so yeah. Can't really tell him off for blue flags because I'm not actually that close to him. Oh, it was the guy who was in third. So what's happened to him for him to be like a lap down? Has he had a nightmare lap? Does he own a Thrustmaster steering wheel like me? I'm just going to use my overtake. He's lagging quite badly. That should be past him now. You pillock! Oi! Seriously? Trying to unlap himself in the braking zone. Unbelievable. Yeah, I see what people say now. People were saying in the last race he was being a bit of a muppet. That is Muppet Central right there. Like, if you're being lapped, you get out of the way and then you fall in line. You're not racing the car that is coming past you. So for him to try and shove it up the inside of someone who's a lap ahead of them, there's a reason I'm a lap ahead of you. I'm never going to mince my words. I'm a very nice guy, and then I'm not. So, yeah, you're on the list. That was disgraceful. Something's happened to PM10, actually, in all of this, I've just noticed. Interesting. But unfortunately, I am now out of fuel. So 1.9 seconds a lap slower at this stage in the race. So we've got 15... Oh, I need to do some maths here. 15:41 left. I've got time to get my calculator out and work out how many laps are left. Divided by how many seconds in a lap? 100 and... divided by 80. 11 laps. I'm going to put 13 laps of fuel just to be safe, because we're not really racing anyone closely anymore. I think there's actually, yeah, there's only going to be 12 laps left, but I've just put 13 just to be safe. And we're coming out of the pits and straight away into another blue flag situation. Thank you. That is textbook. That's how it should be done. And that's how it shouldn't be done. But that's also an acceptable way to get out of my way, is just to spin. I encourage you to explore the entire track, including all of the grass. This is the point in the race where I'm most likely to have a spinny spin. Also kind of confirms that I'm definitely in second place. I don't know if the guy behind me is going to catch me or not. But anyway, the reason I say this is the most likely to have a spinny spin is because these tyres are crap. They are a joke. They have no grip. And they spin up super easy. So just gonna have to take it carefully until I'm used to them. 8 tenths down in sector 1, to be expected. So we're aiming for 2 seconds down over a lap. The reason why is because that's how slowly I was going before I pitted, ignoring traffic and everything. So I was about 2 seconds a lap off optimum pace. Oh, and we've got someone disconnected. Unlucky, my friend. Okay, so we're already 3 seconds down, so I think I pitted too soon. I should have taken more fuel and kept going on those softs. I think what's happened is that, like, in my mind, I know what the crossover point is between these tyres. Let me just concentrate a sec. We've got a car off the track. Not bad to say, I'm only 17 seconds down despite all of the problems I had. I'd be so tempted just to say cheekily on the last lap, give me 10 seconds back because my wheel disconnected. So I'm actually only 7 seconds behind PM10. And my goal is to finish less than 17 seconds behind him now, if I can. To bring that gap down, just so that I know for my own curiosity what would have been. I'll say my philosophy here is I'm racing myself, I'm not racing PM10. And I just want to be able to look myself in the eye at the end of the day and say I've driven as good as I can. I can't say that because I crashed the car on one of those laps. But hey, I think I've driven decently. I'd give myself like a 7 out of 10. In fact, no, I'd give myself a 9 out of 10 on all of the laps except the one I crashed. So now my goal is just to lap faster than 3 seconds off optimum pace. Well, that's the hard tyres for you. Do you see the... Oh, you didn't see my steering wheel. My steering wheel was sideways then. But I held it this time. Car control. This time I had some. Short shifting all the way into third there because I hate the tyres. The gap's staying the same to PM10. We're matching each other. I, in fact, gained 2 tenths on him just there. So It would have been a close race. It would have been very close. I don't really fear having a crash here because I've got a big enough gap over third place, so I might as well push the car and just have a bit of fun. The fastest lap is basically mine. I got the wrong line there for the turn in. But I've taken a 10th out of him. And this is how you got to motivate yourself then when you're in a race on your own, is you just look at the time. I'm gaining 10s here and there. For those who are just joining the stream late, first of all, shame on you. How dare you watch Coronation Street? How dare you talk to your wife and your children? You should ignore all of these things, especially your children. But why I am 16 seconds down, half of that is because my steering wheel disconnected, and I had a couple of laps where I basically was on autopilot whilst I was trying to repair the wheel. I managed to get it repaired, managed to get back in it, but now it's just for honour. And I'd rather this happen on a Wednesday where it's a bit of fun than on a Sunday where we're racing for a championship. I mean, there's a championship here, but it's not one that I care about. I'm not really in this for the win. I'm in this for the fun. It's reassuring to know that even with a steering wheel that disconnects mid-race, I can still come second. Oh wow, PM10, he's using, PM10 had boost left and he's using it now. Either that or he's found a shortcut, because he's just gained a second on me. And I didn't really drive that slowly. Mind you, no, I did. No. I was 0.6 of a second slower that lap. I just actually had a really bad lap. And that was a terrible corner as well. But he's definitely using up his spare boost. Ah, caught it. I caught it. Ninja reactions. Every video has one. Last time I managed to catch the car at 180 miles an hour. This time, not so fast, but it was still dramatic. Did it cost me lap time? Yep. Am I bothered? Nope. Six minutes left, 6 laps of fuel left, so, well, we're not going to do 1 minute a lap. So we are safe for fuel. So, it's a shame I was sort of measuring the gap to PM10, but yeah, he had boost and he's showing me no mercy. Mind you, my last 2 laps have been pants. This is better. Even got 6th gear on the exit there. And we're coming up behind the dreaded Jordan. I'm just going to be nasty to him because he is in my bad books for what he did. I'm not going to be too kind on him. I mean, it's not personal yet, but it will be. It's difficult in the dirty air. Nearly lost the front of the car there in the dirty air. Well, that made it easy. Bye-bye. Ta-ta. So we've got 2 more laps, I think, or 3. 3 probably. 19 seconds the gap. Shall we do a lap on this view? I don't do the one from the cockpit because the crash structure, the vertical bar gets in the way and you can't really see. But we'll do a lap from this view just for fun. Missed that apex. The problem with this view is you definitely see all the apexes I missed, but you get a look at the car. Look at the state of the right-hand tyre compared to the left. You get used to this view quite quickly, actually. And just obviously check out my footwork as well if you want to see what I'm doing there. So I'm sort of pumping the throttle there and then flat once I know that the car's going to grip. And then just squeezing off. And I'm not full power, but now I am. I'm trying to explain it to people who maybe don't know what it is that I do. So there I'm just easing off the brake as I turn the car across because I want to sort of glide the car onto the apex. Got 2 more laps left. I'll talk you through the lap. If you know, it's about time I did something educational, so I'll talk you through the lap. As I come down into turn 1, with the car quite light, even though it's on hard tyres, I'm confident that I can brake on this concrete barrier. And then I'm aiming to clip across that curb. I'm a bit wide there, which is going to compromise me onto that curb there. And then that means that you don't get as much power down this straight. So that wasn't really perfect. Because you want to then be maximising this straight. Braking just before the 50 on the hard tyres. Short shift into 4th gear because that allows a bit more grip from the rear of the car. And you're rear limited through that corner. And then you're just gently braking, tipping the car in, and you see I just had to correct on the pedals there, and then whilst turning you're braking there. It's a trail braking corner, and then I'm just tapping the brake to get the car in on the full power. I'm braking just as I pass the rumble strip on the right there, get the car across, and then I'm on full power as soon as I'm riding that crest of that hill. This one's dead easy, but you want to get the car all the way over to the right, brake on the 50, down 3 gears, sweep it across, and then on full power. I've actually gained a lot on him this lap. This is actually an alright lap. It's a shame it took me until the end of the race to do this. I wonder... No, I was going to say, is he trying to avoid doing an extra lap? If he's that far ahead, he can just slow down and not do the last lap. Let's try and do that again. So braking at the end of the concrete barrier, and I'm deep, so it means that I've got to square the car off now. And I got the rear tyres just said no, I can't do that. The rear tyres were like, Chris, why are you making me turn and accelerate? How dare you? So this won't be the best sector time down here. I'm trying to get on this curb here, 2 wheels on it, and then 2 wheels on the outside curb. Had to get off the accelerator that time because the car just didn't really want to turn. But just a flick on here, ride it across, take that inside apex, then flat out, and then braking whilst cornering onto that inside curb. Just very gentle here, half throttle. Like, you don't need a car with 600 horsepower between those two corners. You need a car with 300, so use half throttle, you'll have 300. And there, you see, that is, I was saying all race that kick on that corner, you know, it's just a bit of an undulation, it's not very nice. But we are going to bring it home to a second place. We had our problems this race, one self-inflicted and the others mechanical failures of my equipment. It's a shame. We don't know what it could have been. It would have certainly been closer than 19 seconds. So I think at the end of it I can be happy with my performance and just say, you know, that was good enough. I'm maybe not happy with my commentary. My commentary was a bit all over the place tonight. It was hard to sort of focus. Also, I've not had my Twinings boost. Oh no. My can of Twining boost is full. I've used all of the boost in the race, but I've not drank all of the boost. Maybe that's why I didn't win. And I managed to spill it all down myself, trying to avoid my microphone. I've done that before, where I've taken a big gulp out of a can, and it turns out that I've got the microphone in the can. Well, I just want to say thanks for everyone who sort of popped in and out. I can see on screen who's watching and when. Did that just change who won for a second then? I don't know. I could swear the leader just changed for a sec. But I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to hop onto the chat and have a word with PM10 and just... he'll be wondering what happened to me. And go and congratulate him, congratulate P. White as well. But we'll be back next week. I can't even remember what... Sorry, I keep burping. I've had the boost now, the boosty burps. I don't even know what track we're at next week, so I'll find out next Tuesday and start practicing. But I'll also try and get the steering wheel to behave next time. That was really disappointing, but it's been threatening to happen for a number of races now. Thanks again for joining, and hey, at least we got fastest lap, so there is that. And I will see you on Sunday for our GT3 racing coming from Monza, same as the Formula 1 this weekend. So I will see you at Monza for that, for the penultimate round of the Sunday Cup. So thank you again and good night. See you soon.